Hi, everyone. This is Jeff Clark at the Metals Investor Forum in beautiful Vancouver here. I am here with the principals of Skyharbour Resources. I'm excited to introduce them to you. Full disclosure, I own the stock. I'm actually overweight the stock, but this is what I'm pretty excited about. Wait till you hear about how much drilling they're doing this year and how many projects they're drilling on this year. It's really fantastic. You guys, thanks for joining me. Jordan, CEO, introduce yourself. And the new VPX Exploration, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background real quick, what your successes have been and why people should listen to you.
Sure. Well, I'm Jordan Trimble, President and CEO of Skyharbour Resources. We started the company just over a decade ago, and we've built up what is now by acreage the third largest mineral tenure holding in northern Saskatchewan in the best uranium mining district in the world, the Athabasca Basin. So we've got over 1.5 million acres across 36 projects ranging from early stage properties, grassroots properties, right through to more advanced stage exploration assets. So properties that host either small uranium resources, so some pounds in the ground, or multi-percent high grade in previous drill holes. I think that's an important differentiating feature with Skyharbour and a lot of other exploration companies. Is a lot of companies are just looking to find some mineralization. Well, the advanced stage projects we have high grade mineralization at a number of them, and we're looking to expand on that. So my background, I was previously at a gold company called Bayfield Ventures, which we took from a micro cap, very small company in 2010. We made a discovery in Ontario, gold discovery at the Rainy River District. And we ended up being acquired by New Gold. And it was shortly after that, I was writing my CFA exams and doing that. And we saw an opportunity in the uranium sector, and in particular with some new discoveries that were being made, like NextGen and fission, using some new geological thinking, some new techniques in the field, multi-billion-dollar discoveries while the uranium price was declining. So it was really stood out to me as a unique contrarian opportunity. So we started acquiring projects, and we've built it up. Company's grown quite a bit. We've talked at length about our drilling. This is our biggest drill campaign we're ever carrying out. Funded for that $70 million potentially in partner combined project consideration. So cash, stock, and exploration funding, $70 million potentially coming from partners. And then Serdar, just under a year ago, was at a company, Atha. Prior to that, Atha had acquired 92 Energy. And most importantly, prior to that, he was at Denison Mines. Denison is a very large shareholder, strategic partner of ours. And I'll let Serdar talk a little bit about his history at Denison and the importance as it relates to Skyharbour. But this is a very strategic addition to the team.
Yeah, very much so.
I want him to come out and talk a little bit about his background.
So Serdar Donmez, the VP of Exploration at Skyharbour. Like Jordan said, I spent about 17 years at Denison Mines. I was involved with the Wheeler River Project, starting from kind of pre-discovery of the Phoenix and Griffin deposits at Wheeler River, all the way through to the completion of the feasibility study in 2023. I spent a lot of time on that project. It's really shaped my approach to exploration, especially uranium exploration. It was a lot of fun. Now, I've been following Skyharbour for years now, and it's my old stomping ground, the Wheeler River Project and the Russell Lake. We're adjacent to Wheeler River. And a lot of the trends that exist on the Wheeler River Project that host these high-grade world-class deposits extend onto our project. So I've seen the rock. I know what I'm looking for. The team has been busy. We've done some modern geophysics surveys this year, ground EM, moving loop EM, and some ANT seismic surveys, and generated quite a few targets, high-profile targets. And we're busy actively drilling right now at Russell Lake. The first phase of our drilling program this year the phase one is going to be roughly 6,000 meters, and then
Okay.
and then we're going to take a break and go back later this summer to complete it.
But you're drilling both flagships this summer, is that correct?
Yeah, so we're similar to what we did last year, just larger, right? So we drilled about 2/3 of the budget's allocated to Russell, which again, now with Serdar at the helm, looking at evaluating the targets, looking at the rock. I think, again, this is just yet another reason why I think this year we're going to deliver those market-moving, game-changing results. But we'll drill about 11 to 12,000 meters at Russell in 2 phases. The first phase underway currently, second phase later this year. In the summer, we're going to go to our other co-flagship advanced stage exploration asset, which is Moore Lake, which we own 100% of. Now, this does have a small high-grade deposit. It's got some pounds there. We've drilled previously grades as high as 21%.
Wow.
It's shallow. It's predominantly sandstone hosted. So there is the exciting part about this project down the road is if you can prove up additional and more pounds there, Sabre and ISR2 surface mining methods become quite interesting as potential extraction methods for these, small pods of high-grade uranium mineralization that are relatively shallow.
I love it. Tell us real quick about the share structure, how much cash you have, bring us up to date on that.
So we currently have about just over 204 million shares issued and outstanding. We did raise $10 million late last year with Haywood and Red Cloud. It was very well placed. Of the 10 million, about 8.5 million was a handful of existing institutional shareholders that know the story, that are very bullish on uranium. And then Denison Mines came in as well as one of the lead orders on the hard dollar part of the financing. It was 7.5 million flow through, and then the hard dollar at 40 cents was 2.5 million. And so that covers us basically right through this year.
Through the end of the year.
Right through this year. It covers the 18,000 meters of drilling at Russell and more. The drilling there is quite inexpensive too. It's worth noting that because we have road access, power lines, and an exploration camp at Russell, and we stage out of Russell, the projects are adjacent to each other. We're drilling at sub 400 Canadian all in a meter, which in the basin is very, very low cost drilling. A lot of other projects, you're $700, $800, $900 all in a meter for exploration. So very low cost drilling. And then we are going to spend a little bit of money with a few one JV partner in particular, Orano. So they're drilling 7,000 meters. It's their biggest drill campaign at the Preston project. We're going to fund a small amount of that to maintain our minority interest in the project.
I see. Okay.
And that's going to generate a lot of news flow. That project's quite exciting. It's over by NextGen. In fact, it borders NextGen's property. A lot of the same conductive corridors trend onto Preston. And so Orano has decided this year it's time to get the drill rig back there, and we're excited to be a part of it. And then, we have a few other projects that we'll maybe spend a little bit of money on here and there. But as you know, we have a lot of funding coming in from partners as well. So we'll see many millions of dollars spent by partners on other projects.
Total of 7 projects being drilled this year so far anyway.
It's call it half a dozen or so projects that'll be, we've got 2. We're expecting another 4 or 5 of our partner companies to be drilling this year. And then there's additional partners. We've got 9 in total that may not be drilling this year, but will be doing the reconnaissance work, field work to get the project ready for drilling next year.
Just real quick, we have a minute left. What do you see about the project so far that's got you the most excited? I mean, you came to Skyharbour for a reason.
Well, I mean, Russell Lake is a great project, right? You're right between McArthur River and Key Lake mines. And but we like I mentioned, we did some geophysics this year, and we're testing some of those targets, and we're seeing things that I was seeing at Phoenix early on in the discovery. So intense structure alteration. We're seeing lots of dravite, kaolinite, and sandstone that's just completely busted up, destroyed. So we know we're onto something here. We're close to a discovery, and as a geologist, that's what gets me excited. So,
exactly. That's great. Well, I wish you guys luck this year. I'm heavily invested in the company, so I really like their odds this year. So, guys, thanks for joining me, and thanks for watching here at the Metals Investor Forum.